Welcome back. This is M-Dog from M-Dog Gaming. Sneago and his adventures continue. This is a part 3 of a part I don't know how many video series. And really what we're trying to do is highlight the Shire and general thoughts about Lord of the Rings Online. And right now what we're trying to do, as you remember from our last video perhaps, is find Odo Pipes, as he is the top hider.
Good day.
Looks like Polo is telling us he sometimes works at the Bird and Baby just to the north. So that seems like a good clue or hint that maybe we should go check that out. Let's see where this might be. Let's go ahead and update our milestone. One of the great things about Lord of the Rings Online is its community. And a couple of examples of that. One, the best guild or kinship in this game that I've ever been a part of is called the Friends of Frodo. And it's here in Lord of the Rings Online, and anytime I've ever created a guild, been the guild leader, been an officer in a guild, or just joined a guild as a member in any game I've played, I've always wanted it to be like the Friends of Frodo guild in this game. It's such a warm, welcoming community that has always has a lot going on, and I can't say enough about it. And I do see Mr. Odo Pipes up there, so let's see if we can remember how to get to Odo. I know one thing we can do is, oh, there we go. We can get up above and fall down, but it looks like we'll be able to get to him from here as well. Now the question is, can we click on Odo from here?
How do you
We
do?
see you. Yes, we got him. Alright, so now we can go finish this quest of hide and seek. The other thing about this community that I did want to mention is that I was very sad to see that the casual stroll to Mordor
Isn't it?
has stopped in its podcast. And whether I've been playing the game or even times when I haven't been playing it, that has always been one of my favorite podcasts. So they will certainly be missed as one of the many great things about this community. Alright, before we continue, let's see, there was a quest in here in the Bird and Baby Inn, so let's go see what that is, and then we're going to just quickly look at the LOTRO store and get an example of that during this video. So when you go to an inside location, there often is a quick loading screen. Some of them is a seamless transition, but a lot of them do have this quick loading
Stay
screen.
and have some tea.
So he wants to collect the yellowed recipe. That's what he would want for us to do. We will accept that quest. Let's see who is in here. We've got a barber, a healer, a hobby master. Some of the things that we can check out while we're in this location. Let's go ahead and lock some things down so that we can then sell everything else. Perfect. In-game currency seems to
How do you
be...
do?
Alright, so he's going to train us on becoming a fisherman.
Stay and have some tea.
And then give us a quest. So that's the hobbies, fishing, and again, I'm not sure if there are other hobbies as well. This is the barbershop, much like other MMOs. World of Warcraft comes to mind, but others have done it as well. Lets you change your appearance. At least certain aspects of your appearance, and then gives you a total cost. It would cost 7 silver to do that. We're not going to, but that's how the barbershop works. Now let's go ahead and look at the LOTRO store. So featured item, apprentice writing. Let's see, costs 1,995 coins, and that is to upgrade all of your mounts to 68%. Now that's new. I do remember that there were certain mounts that were faster than the others, and so it looks like now they have given you the ability to upgrade all of them. Now they're also selling the riding bundle. This comes with the riding skill and a mount. Let's see how much just the riding skill would be. 750 for the combination. If it's not any cheaper, then we'll just do that. But we also want to check and see, okay, it's only 95 coins for the riding skill. That is much better. Apprentice riding account wide. Okay, so that's what that was. Oh, and there's even journeyman riding account, $29.95. And looks like those are the main ones. So let's see here what it says. Minimum level 5, so we do qualify for that. So we're going to go ahead and do quick buy. We have 4,700 coins, no big deal. Place order, and let's see what happens. It looks like we have gotten it. It doesn't tell us we have anywhere, but I believe we have. Now let's see if we can find our horses. We're going to add that to our mounts, and that is by pressing K and going to mounts. So we have 2 so far, and it looks like we have 1 more. So steed of the Eastament, white clad pony of the Gap, and I think we very clearly would like to have the white clad pony, given that we are a hobbit. So we're going to go ahead and mount up. So what we've done is we have now gotten the riding skill here at level 7 instead of waiting till 10 or 20. I'm not even sure at what point it would have been available to us without going that direction. And let us also go back to our skills, because something we did that I did not mean to do is that we replaced, and see, it just disappeared again. Yeah, I guess you have to be careful. I think sneak is what we took out of this one, and then we wanted this to be under, let's do shift. So we have now bound that ability. So now we can ride. Alright, so that's a little bit about how the LOTRO store works, and now we have the ability to move a little quicker in game by getting the riding skill. This pony can jump, I'm telling you. A message of thanks. Alright, we'll go turn that in. Go for a little ride here. Now, I'm not sure. Okay, Diamond. I think you can change the name of your horses and your ponies. I'm not sure why that is up here. I do remember there's a way to move it. I certainly do not like that location for the horse's health and the dismount button. So normally I would move it probably down into the lower portion of the screen or over in the bottom right. Don't like to get the screen cluttered. So we're going back to Little Delving to deliver a message. Let's see how this mount does in water. I think, yeah, that's what I thought. They dismount you when you get to a certain amount of water. So here is a message of thanks.
Is there something I can do for you?
something that we just got transported to our wallet. So it's something that used to be kept in your inventory but now has been moved to your wallet to help with bag space. And I do remember a long time ago when playing this game when they came out with the wallet. I don't remember all the ins and outs of it, but that there were some things that maybe were a little less popular about their choices with the wallet. Maybe that they were charging to upgrade the wallet or something, but overall it seemed like a very positive change, given that you're able to move a lot of the currency items that used to take up bag space to your wallet. The wallet can be seen here from your character screen. We have 11 shards. I think that is account bound, and these marks would be as well. Skirmishes, big part of this game. If you've never experienced the skirmishes in Lord of the Rings Online, is certainly one of the aspects of the game that I really appreciate. It's a good way to get experience. It's a good way to gain gear and other items while you're leveling, and it's also the currency in which you can purchase a lot of things if you don't want to get them in the way that they formerly were required of you. We're going to weigh meat now and see what we can discover. We're getting close to level 8, and as you can see, there's a big map here of the Shire, and we have just started to scratch the surface. What I don't remember is typical level for finishing the Shire. It seems to me that we're pretty high level, given that we haven't done that much yet, but I don't remember what the target level is. It may be around 15, but that's drawing from my memory that is very
terrible.
Uncertain. All right.
Might I trouble you for some
Help gather chickens. Really? Okay. And here's another postman quest. We will skip that for now and let's go see what these chickens are up to. Always got to help when someone has lost their chickens. Alright. I hear the chickens, but mostly I just see the wolves. Oh, there's a chicken. We are processing a video in the background, so that is slowing things down a little bit, like draw distance and how quickly things are showing up on our screen. And that wolf was a little tough. And there's the wolf leader, which I'm a little nervous about. Okay, so we hit level 8 and it now gives us the ability to ride. So this is at level 8, it looks like, is now when it sends you to the location where you can then learn the riding skill. So we've killed a few wolves and have some items that we can loot. Let's go get this chicken that somehow has decided to hang out up here on the roof. The other thing that we need to do that will be interesting and maybe a bit overwhelming. It's not letting me rescue this chicken. Okay. Don't rescue the chicken off the roof. It does not want to be rescued. It is very, very content with where it is. We're going to get on our horse. We're going to go turn in the chicken quest and see what she has to say. But what we really need to do is go visit the burglar trainer. We have not learned any new abilities in quite some time, and I have a feeling we have a couple to learn. So let's go check these things out, and that might provide a natural breaking time for our video. I think that old Dora is going to give us a follow-up quest, but we're going to ignore that for now.
Could I take a
Defeat
moment of
wolves
your
at Wolf
time?
Den, and that's going to give us a one-handed mace that does a little bit more damage than what we have equipped now, so that will be a good thing. But first, we're going to go check out the trainer. We're playing during off hours. It's middle of the day right now, but it shows you that first of all, this server is I think a pretty active one. Not the highest population server for LOTRO, but a pretty active one. And it also shows that this game, despite being several years old now, still does have some dedicated players, a good many of them, in the community. So still, I think a very a valid option if you're looking for an MMO to play with a great community, and in particular if you enjoy Tolkien's world. And here's the training hall. So this is where we're going to go. Again, we have a little loading screen here. Let's see if we can find the burglar trainer and see if they have anything to teach us. There she is, hiding. I knew she'd be hard to find.
A lovely day,
So,
isn't it?
we have Riddle. Alright, let's check this first one out. At level 6, we could have trained double-edged strike. Dual wielding is required, which we have now. And after using your burglar's advantage, which is this, the one that we proc, we can then use the double-edged strike. So we want to keep that right next to that. Touch and go. This improves our ability to evade. I like that. We're going to put that up here. And this, using control, we have a trick and an ability that gives us a better evade chance. Now let's see what this riddle is all about. This is a daze, it looks like. Wow, that's interesting. They're showing what mounted combat is for that ability. And that's the first one I've seen. Now let's see if we had any passives. Nope. Alright, so if we're not mounted, it looks like it's a 30-second daze. So this is important, I would think, for a burglar class to be able to control some of your enemies. So we're going to put this on shift 1. And now we have trained our abilities. Let's see if what we have to purchase. This is a lot of crafting ability, crafting recipes, and some burglar tools, but it requires level 20. And this is affects your maneuvers, which burglars do have a lot to do with maneuvers in group content. So those are the legendary books. Alright, we can repair all, and don't think we have gotten anything we need to lock, so we will sell all. 544 silver. Alright, let's see what we can get into here before calling this most recent episode wrapped up. The wolves is probably the next thing we ought to go take care of. The quest we ignored. We don't want to do the Breetown. Let's see where this festival is, how far away it is. I am not seeing it, but I may just be missing it. Sometimes the color change helps. All right, let's look at that quest real quick. At the party tree. The party tree. Who remembers where the party tree is? I'm not sure I do. I don't think. Okay. I am not sure. Alright, let's go ahead and head in that direction towards these wolves we need to slay, and that will at least give us a chance to look at these new abilities that we have just trained, and that will be a good place to stop for this third part of our Sneago adventures in Lord of the Rings Online. And we will go deal with some wolves, turn this quest in, and then we'll be done with this episode. Those pigs don't like it when you jump on them. We're going to take the high ground for now. I believe it is just up here past where we were with the chickens. So go check out, as I was talking about earlier, the Casual Stroll to Mordor podcast. If you are just getting into this game, they have some resources both in their website and as part of their podcast mini episodes that they've had. Alright, so we're going to use the proc ability, and then we get to use the double-edged strike. Alright, we've got two wolves over here. What we're going to do is we're going to trick one with the perplexing riddle. We're going to evade. Get our evade on. Very nicely done, if I do say so myself. The cooldown on that trick is not too bad. We're already halfway through it, so something that I suspect we'll be using a lot of. Gotta love it when you don't get the procs, huh? Go take out that wolf leader once our trick is up. Should be now. So we will go do that now. So you see the little symbols that appear as you do proc, showing you that there is an ability you can use. 6 out of 8. One more snarling wolf. Light hides are a material used for crafting. The deed is the using the riddles, and I was calling it tricking. It's riddling, sorry. I believe this was the trick. Yes, the riddle is the one that is dazing the enemy for up to 30 seconds. Very good. All right. Now, if we can get headed in the right direction, we will go let Dora know that the wolves at Waymeet have been dispatched, and these adventures will be wrapped up for another episode with Sneago. We now are starting to fill out our rotation a little bit. We've got the riddle that is going to be very helpful when more than one mob is pulled, or even when a tough fight is going on where we need to reapproach the enemy and get some of those bonuses from attacking from behind.
I'm sorry, my thoughts were elsewhere. I'm sure it's a bother, but I could use your help.
You know, isn't this the way of an MMO? Just one more quest. That's all you need to do. One more quest. We're gonna see if this will go here. Yes. Now we are messing up our dagger magic, but the not real magic, of course. The goal will be to try to keep daggers in our hands as much as possible, just for the sheer stabby enjoyment. But that mace is going to do a little more DPS, and so we will go with it for now. And I'll tell you this, that at the end of this quest, we're going to be very tempted by a one-handed sword that is, again, an increase in damage. But there's a wolf in exile, and Jolly Smallborough seems to be wrapped up in this adventure, so let's see what's going on with Jolly. Trying to lure him. Oh well, clean up the bait. Nothing to see here. It sure smells awful. Whoa, I better go into hiding. Let's help old Jolly out. We'll tank for you, Jolly. Would love to get a proc. The cooldown on this touch and go is 5 minutes. Boy, that is rough. We have helped Jolly in his mission to court Dora. So, LOTRO is a love story. That's what we learned from this. Alright, we are now level 8. We can open up this new gift box. This next one is level 9. And that gave us some potions of restoration. So all kinds of gifts that you get here in the early levels. Again, just training you to use these items so that when they are no more, you quickly go back to the LOTRO store and purchase. I've played a lot of free-to-play games at this point, and I have to say that And maybe this is one of the first ones I played, but once LOTRO kind of got its things figured out,
Just terrible.
I think LOTRO does it about as good as anyone. We're going to get the sword. Forget the shirt that had no stats on it. We're taking the sword. And we're going to put it in the place of the mace. We're going to keep that dagger because it gives us a little bit better chance to get a crit, and that is what we need. Alright, folks. Those, I was trying to get Sneago to do some to pull out his weapons, but he does not seem to be participating. So anyway, that is episode 3. M-Dog out. See you next time.